What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from Mythic, baby! Nice and early, not my personal record for sure, but early enough for the Jank Lord within to unleash itself. Because I am so sick and tired of the meta, and I just don't feel comfortable playing the sort of stuff that we will be playing tonight, you know, on the ladder before I hit Mythic, because then you risk dropping back down. Now that we're in the top 1,000, I'm actually in the top 500. I have full, you know, freedom to just test out whatever the hell I want and not drop out of Mythic, so we get to play, you know, against some of the other people that got here nice and early. And I feel like it is quite a common thing to do, you know, play the boring meta decks into Mythic early and then turn around and play whatever it is that you actually enjoy playing on the ladder once you get there. So I've been running into a lot of unusual stuff in my first like 3-4 matches in Mythic, and I will just come out and say this right away. I have now won every single match that I have played since I hit Mythic, which is also very, very nice. A little bit of, you know, confidence boosting information, especially considering I have only been playing this sort of, let's say, janky deck since. So I cannot wait to show you. And so without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. And Justice Prevails is the name I'm calling it, and it's just you know, it's a way of playing Boros that doesn't include convoking anything, and a bunch of people rolling their eyes when you do so. And if you haven't guessed from the deck box already, we're going to be making use of an older card from Kamigawa, Invoke Justice, and it's just your classic reanimation deck. Very classic, nothing crazy going on, but like I said, I've just won every single match I've played with it. And that feels really, really nice. 24 lands because we've got the Collector's Vault as well as Big Score making some treasures for us. We do have the turn 3 thing that deals with Boros Convoke that is necessary in the format. I've gone with Brotherhood's End this time around because we're going to be having the treasures, and, you know, Bitter Reunion and Collector's Vault are both 2-mana things. So we don't want to be losing our own stuff to temporary lockdown, so instead I've gone for the Brotherhood's End, and if that doesn't deal with Convoke, we also have Depopulate on 4, so very, very clean deck, 4 of everything right up until the 5-drop slot, and then we just have 3, 6, 7, 8 reanimation targets that all just continue to fuel the fire. You know, Etali will often find another Atraxa or another Invoke Justice and just keep the thing going. Atraxa, when it enters the battlefield off of an Invoke Justice, becomes an 11/11. And it's that old style of Boros Reanimator that runs the Bitter Reunion so that you can immediately give the things that were reanimated haste that turn for some incredibly explosive, you know, turnarounds. Reanimating an Atraxa on turn 4 off of some treasure ramp from Collector's Vault, and then immediately giving it haste with Bitter Reunion and swinging for 11 Death Touch Flying Lifelink causes every single mono red player and Boros Convoke player that I've played against to scoop immediately. And that's pretty nice. And then if that wasn't it, by the time you know, those matches that can end up going a little bit later in the game, like against, I guess, some more mid-rangey control-y type strategies, then we've also got the Kroxa in here that can, when it enters the battlefield, also reanimate something else. And because we're discarding a lot with the Collector's Vault, with the Bitter Reunion, with the Big Score, there's often enough things in the graveyard. You only need to exile 5 cards, any cards, so lands, whatever, to, when it ETBs, you know, I've had these turns where you've just played an Atraxa, and then, an Etali, and then it hits a Kroxa, and then the Kroxa brings back an Atraxa, and then you're just swinging with all of your big guys in one turn. It's freaking fun, and not so difficult to do. The Collector's Vault definitely helps get to that quite early, potentially on 3, depending on whether you're on the play or on the draw, which feels very much like the Sultai, what's it called again? That Squirming Emergence, I want to say is the name of the card. Yeah, it feels very much Squirming Emergency, getting something back that big so quickly, kind of turn 3, turn 4, is just amazing. So hopefully no cases of Streamer's Curse. We do have a couple of Elegant Parlors in the deck that are going to help us, you know, potentially surveil and then discard one of our reanimation targets without having to actually find a discard outlet, which is pretty nice. But other than that, that's really the only new card in the deck. And this is just continuing on this trend that I've been doing over the last good 3-4 videos now, where don't really need the new cards, do we? I mean, yes, they're flashy and cool and interesting, and we want to show them off as content creators to get people excited about the new set. But oftentimes when a format is so deep and has so many cards, it's just a matter of trying again some of the older strategies, and now suddenly, because the meta has shifted, they work again. So not as much graveyard hate in the format as there was before Boros Convoke, and that's just been amazing. We don't worry too much about like 4 copies of Graveyard Trespasser or anything like that as much as we used to. Now the majority of the opponents are going to be playing Mono Red or Boros Convoke, and they don't have any graveyard hate, so there's really very little like preying upon this type of strategy in the format, and that makes me very, very happy. So yeah, I think that's enough talking. We all know what's going on here. It's time to, without any further ado, jump into some games and see how the deck holds up on the upper Mythic ladder. Justice prevails. Justice prevails. Justice prevails. MTG first supporter, number 87. Ooh. Wouldn't be surprised if you are playing some... okay, we don't have anything to discard, but we have ways to draw, so I'll risk it. Why not? Let's lead with red. Even though we need to get to the 4 pips. Okay, now we can discard a Collector's Vault. I guess I could have played the Reunion. Okay, perfect. Here we go. The usual freaking nonsense. Let's go with this. Amazing, amazing. Can tap, discard. I think we can probably still... I mean, what I'd rather see off the top is just another land, honestly, so that we can sweep. That's unfortunate. Okay, so in this case, I think I will actually go for this play, because we not only get a treasure, but there we go. We also get to draw potentially into the land. Yes, we need this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that we can also bid a reunion, right? So let's keep that on top and pass the turn. I don't think we're gonna die right away. We could. We totally could. Let me see if I've done my math correctly. 17, if he plays the guy, the dude. I'm even thinking I might just sweep the board first. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to sweep the board before I attempt to reanimate Atraxa, because there's, you know, they might just be playing... Okay, so, I mean, we swing for 11. The only thing, like, maybe this is one of the clever Boros Convoke people that is actually playing some removal other than the case of the, whatever it's called. So, I think sweepies, I think I'm going to risk it. If it's the stock standard, you know, Boros Convoke list, then they don't have a way to deal with this in hand. Let's go. Boom. Etali. Oof. That sucks. Really? Doesn't look like he has anything. So let's gain 11 life. If he's got the get lost. Okay, no get lost. Looks like it's the classic Boros Convoke deck. Sure. Even with that case, you're not going to get 11 bodies on the board. So then we can play Bitter Reunion, discard Etali, or we go, yeah, let's see. We got so many options. Scent packing, and we didn't even need the sweeper, just walk in the park. That's now my 4th victory in a row or something, all mythic matches with this deck. So maybe people need to just revive some older strategies, give them another chance again. I've been doing this, like I said, now for a while. The Raiju, I now have some clear stats. It's by far the better performing of all of my red decks and I've played like more than 20 games with each version of it. I did a little post about it on my X account. Go follow me over there if you don't yet. And I have, yeah, like I said, upwards of 20 matches, in some cases upwards of 40 matches with all of the various mono reds that we've had over the last year and a bit, including the burn version with the mechanized warfare, blah, blah, blah. And the Thundering Raiju one is just performing way better than the other ones, like by a long shot. A good like 5-6% points in terms of win rates. So sometimes it's you don't need to play the new cards. You don't have to worry so much about your budget and wild cards and all of this. Just keep plugging away with your tried and tested Octogator. No discard outlets. But I'll still risk it because we do have so many of them. There's a high chance that we will draw one. There we go. Gotta love it. And we've got answers for the Boros Convoke people. This is looking like Rakdos Rampy. So let's go for the Vault. This could have some graveyard hit. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Probably not, actually. Probably I'm more worried about... Ooh, Grixis. Ooh. That is a spicy meatball. Pass the turn. I think we've got 2 Etalis, so let's discard that first, just in case there is some graveyard hate. Wow, 3rd Etali. Okay. Still just cruising. No stress. Could be the Corpse Appraiser. Very classic Grixis card from back in the day. That's nice. We need to find one of our Invoke Justice, essentially. That's all we need. I wonder, I mean, Grixis can do some shenanigans. You guys saw my Grixis deck. This could be playing anything. We could have... Ooh. Okay, let's see what he goes and finds. Typical sort of like toolbox type of a deck, I guess. Maybe he's going to go find a way to deal with graveyards. You could have anything. This is a best of one mostly card, I would say. I mean, yeah, Grixis Command. It's a weird choice. Sure. Whatever. Come on, give me the spell that I want. Huh? Okay. Pretty sweet. We getting to the point where the treasures alone will be able to allow us to cast the Kroxa and just Kroxa, bring back Etali, blah, 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 blah. Maybe Etali will hit the Invoke Justice. Oh, that'll be so good. I don't think I'm gonna actually discard the Kroxa to the Bolt. I'll just discard something we don't really need, like maybe one of these Brotherhood's ends. Then this becomes an enchantment on the back end, so I can see myself just holding up this Get Lost to deal with that. Now that's actually perfect. Just got a land. Oh, okay. I think we holding this, and we're actually gonna cast a Kroxa here. Even if he has the counter spell, we have 3 mana available. And then if he counters this, we can just Invoke Justice next turn. Kroxa! So we're gonna go bam, 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 and... Yeah, I know, not ideal, actually. Fingers crossed. Okay. Discard a Brotherhood's End. Whew. Probably just got to go for the throat. This also has Vigilance, which is just so unnecessary, but fantastic. What's that? 6 plus 7 is 15 life swing. 13. Beg your pardon. 7 plus 7 is 14. Now this will eventually kill one of our things, surely. He's got a... Sure, fine. So what, do we kill it? Nah. I don't care. I'm just gonna reanimate it next turn for added value. What happens? It comes... Oh, you just investigate. So this is definitely ramping. I guess he's got some... I guess the worst thing here would be if the opponent hits us with a... Sure. If the opponent hits us with a Breach the Multiverse. Just totally possible in Grixis Shenanigans type of decks. But it looks like he's mainly just trying to flip this thing to then do some copying. It might even be like Chandra. He's got the mana for a Chandra. We just go Invoke Justice, bring back Etali, give it haste, swing, boom. It'll be an 11-11. If he taps out, you know? Okay. Doesn't tap out quite yet.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Sure. I do think I can win.
Haven't you
My
ever
dear
heard of
Liliana.
space?
Very hated card. Not a fan. At all. Must say. Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 5, 6. One more land. We could have gone Brotherhood's End into... Let's hit a freaking something good. No. Decline that one.
When I win, you're telling me what you know. I've always hated you.
Fine. Then, I mean, regardless, we have trample, so we going for 11, and he has 7, 8, 9. That's not enough. The only thing could be a go for the throat now. Bye-bye. Octogator. Oh, so close to that fabled 420. Climbing steady. Climbing steady. I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess sometimes you just latch onto some older tech that still works. We don't have that Velomachus lore hold anymore, which was the main card, I would say, in this deck. But let's go for one more match. I'm not going to make this a very long video. We know what these cards do. I just want to make a point about older cards still being viable. Tropic Thunder, 86. It's not enough. Sure. Whatever. I've been risking it. And I like taking some risks. Living on the edge, baby. So far we found our vault, our whatever, every match. So looks like Boros Convoke again. Holy cannoli, man. It really just doesn't get any much more boring than this. It's non-stop the same. Over and over again. Really, really ridiculous. Yesterday's video that I put up was 3 matches back to back. No, yeah, it was 4 matches and against Boros Convoke, like on the same video out of 5 games. It's just like, come on, man. Like, my viewers also definitely want to see something other than that. I'm sure. What I need now is a sweeper, people. Let's go. Brotherhood's End off the top. Depopulate off the top. Any of the 2 would be just fine. No such luck. Are we just dead? Let's find out. Kind of drew the wrong side of our deck. Now this is going to go to 4 toughness. So it's really the only thing that we have like that'll get us out of this mess. Is Depopulate. But we're drawing 2 more cards. Fingers crossed. Let's go for it. Close. I mean, we almost just died, like, so badly. Oof. Options. Now we have to sweep. It has to be the sweep. Clearly. And he'll probably just play a Imodane Recruiter and attack with haste for 4. And kill us, because this has +1/+0. Or just play the War Leader's Call. This will be a 2. Okay. I mean, what is stopping me from just firing off this now, right? Maybe we hit an Atraxa. No Atraxas, but we got through some stuff here. I guess now you can just play the War Leader's Call. Okay, okay, okay. really just drawing the wrong end of our deck most of the time. We've got removal. He just needs one War Leader's Call and one of those stupid get stuff! Boros Convoke. Get out of here. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. 25 minutes in, we've got time for some stats. And then I'm going to love you and leave you, because it is the Day of Silence in Bali, Indonesia. Go look it up. It's called Nyepi. It's a national, Balinese holiday where the entire island is just goes into the airport is closed. Even no one's allowed out of their house. It feels a little bit like lockdown during COVID. Just no lights, no nothing. So justice prevails. 13 for 5, 72% win rate, and 5-0 all Mythic matches. Then this was, before I hit Mythic earlier, but now, 5 Mythic matches, 5-0. Just gonna throw it out there. Maybe you guys can consider revamping some older brews. It's gone through a few changes, got rid of Charming Scoundrel and Lightning Helix and things, just trying to go a little bit more clean. Brought in just Forget Lost instead of the Lightning Helix. It's just more cover all, and I'm gonna make it visible for you guys to go copy and enjoy. But 13 for 5 overall this season, I think that's definitely enough of a sample size to at least make you consider taking this old classic for a spin again. And of course, with this type of deck, you can just you don't like Etali Atraxa? You don't like Kroxa? Put in some Titans of Industry. Put in some freaking whatever, like reanimationtarget.com that you like. And there's plenty of options in Standard for ridiculously broken reanimation targets with cool ETB triggers and whatnot. So definitely some flexibility in terms of exactly the way you build it. So now let's just jump back into the deck with some final thoughts and overall review. Really, what else is there to say? I don't know. This bit of reunion, we saw it working just perfectly. I wanted to, just do this and go like this to show you guys like what other options we may have here that are worth considering. White, nothing much. We all know that. Moonshaker Cavalry, not the right deck for it. I don't want to really play any blue things. Like, I would say probably black. There's some stupid stuff like Toxrill or maybe a Bringer of the Light. But no, if you reanimate this, it doesn't do the thing. Red on the top end here. There's this crazy new dragon that I saw. Someone actually tried it against me the other day with Invoke Justice, because whenever it deals damage to a player, you may collect evidence X. I don't really feel like you want to be collecting too much evidence in a deck where you're trying to reanimate the stuff. So I think maybe in the place of Kroxa, but it's just so much better. But this is actually a cool dragon. I want to give it a little whirl. It would be nice if you could deal that damage to anything and not just to creatures and planeswalkers the players controls. If it was like to any target, then I would be like, okay, let's build around this guy. But like I said, probably green is the best option just because it reminds me of the good old days. Just cut one of these and put in a Titan. It's always nice. It gives you so much flexibility, some life gain, put some bodies on the board, destroy stuff. Like, this is definitely an option. Also, I was thinking at some point of Olivia. There's so many options actually, and then when we go into the multicolored cards here, it gets even wilder. You could do whatever you like when it comes to reanimation decks, as you know. You don't even need to be playing in the colors. I just kept it to mostly red and white because it's easier to cast the stuff in those matches where you don't find your reanimation spell or whatever the case might be. With the treasures from Big Score and Collector's Vault, we only really need like green and black, which is easy to get with some treasures, and then we can actually hardcast our stuff as well. So yeah, I leave it up to you to let me know what you think, what I could have been playing instead there on the top end. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.